Hello, hi everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to solve the question answers of chapter 7, that is potassium in animals and plants. So let's get started with the exercise question. So the first question is match structures given in column 1 with the functions given in column 2. So the first one is stomata. So if you all remember, stomata are the openings in the lower surfaces of the leaf. Okay. So stomata's function is to help the plant in transpiration, that is in the loss of water. Remember, transpiration is a useful process for the plant. Next, let's proceed. Xylem. Xylem helps in the transportation of water. Okay, it is a tube-like structure which helps in transporting the water from the roots to the upper parts of the plant through the stem. Next is the root hairs. Root hair is going to help in absorption of water by increasing the surface area. And lastly, we are having phloem. Phloem helps in transportation of food. Okay. And xylem and phloem together forms the vascular bundles. Let's move on to question number 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. The blood from the heart is transported to all parts of the body by the dash. So it is by the arteries. Okay, so the blood which is pumped by the heart is transported. ये जो oxygen rich blood होता है ये हमारे पूरे body में supply होता है by the help of arteries. Okay, remember arteries are going to carry the blood away from the heart. Okay, they always carry the blood away from the heart. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Hemoglobin is present in dash cells. I hope you all remember this. They are present in the red blood cells. Okay, so red blood cells, they are having this hemoglobin, and this is responsible for giving our blood a red color. Let's move on to the third question. Arteries and veins are joined by a network of capillaries. Okay, arteries ये further break down होते हैं to form capillaries. Okay, and then capillaries join होते हैं to form veins. Now let's move on to question number 4. The rhythmic expansion and contraction of the heart is called the heartbeat. Okay, हमारा हार्ट एक rhythm में contract और expand करता है, and that rhythmic expansion and contraction of a heart is called as heartbeat. Question number 5. The main excretory product in human being is urea. Next question. Question number 6. Sweat contains water and salts. Okay, and these salts, if you all remember, they are responsible for the yellow patches that is formed in our white clothes in the underarm part. Question number 7. Kidneys eliminate the waste materials in the liquid form called urine. Okay, the liquid form which is given out from a body. Okay, ये जो liquid form है, जो waste materials हमारे body से remove होता है, उसे हम urine कहते हैं. And this urine is formed by the kidneys. Question number 8. Let's move on to the last question. Water reaches great heights in the trees because of the suction pull caused by transpiration. Right? So हमने ये लास्ट वीडियो में ही पढ़ा था. जैसे ही हम सक करते हैं कोई भी ड्रिंक अपने स्ट्रॉ से, एक कंटिन्यूस चैनल बन जाता है उस स्ट्रॉ में. वैसे ही जैसे प्लांट के बॉडी में रेस्पिरेशन के थ्रू वाटर रिमूव होता है, एक सक्शन क्रिएट हो जाता है, एंड दैट हेल्प्स इन more absorption of water from the roots, and the water forms a continuous channel in the trees, and as a result the water will reach to the great heights in the trees. Let's move on to question number 3. Choose the correct option. A. In plants, water is transported through xylem, phloem, stomata, or root hairs. So in plants, water is transported through xylem. Okay, and phloem is responsible for the transportation of food. Let's move on to the next question. Question number B. Water absorption through roots can be increased by keeping the plant in the shade, in dim light, under the fan, or covered with a polythene bag. So your answer would be under the fan. Okay, जब शेड में रहेगा प्लांट तो ज्यादा ट्रांसपिरेशन नहीं होगा. अगर प्लांट लॉस नहीं करेगा वाटर तो उतना ज्यादा ऑब्जर्व भी नहीं करता है. सिमिलरली डिम लाइट में भी ज्यादा वाटर ट्रांसपायर नहीं होगा, तो rate of absorption will be low. And even if it is covered with a polythene bag, the transpiration will be very less. But if we are keeping the plant under the fan, okay, the fan is moving. So as a result, the rate of transpiration is more. Okay, plant के body से ज़्यादा water loss हो रहा है. And since the rate of transpiration is more, the rate of absorption of water will also increase. Okay, so your correct answer would be option 3, that is under the fan. Now, let's move on to question number 4. Why is the transport of materials necessary in a plant or in an animal? So, इस chapter में हमने देखा है कि there are lots of substances that has to be transported in a body as well as in plant's body. Now, why this transportation is important? Let's learn about it. So, transport of materials is necessary for plants or animals so that the nutrients and oxygen that are available is provided to all the body parts. Our body also constantly removes the waste that is being generated by our body. Okay, हमारे body में जितना भी oxygen या nutrients है, ये हमारे पूरे body parts में पहुंचना चाहिए, right? And for that transportation is required. And secondly, हमारे body में जितना भी waste generate हुआ है, वो हमारे body से remove होना चाहिए. And for that also transportation is required. Question number 5. What will happen if there are no platelets in the blood? I hope you all remember platelets का काम क्या है? Platelets help in the clotting of the blood. Okay, so if there are no platelets in the blood, the clot will not form. As a result, in case of any injury, there will be unstoppable bleeding, leading to severe blood loss and can cause the death of an individual. Now, if the clot will not form, if we get any cut, if we get any injury, the blood will keep on moving out from our body. And as a result, due to the loss of blood, that person can die. Okay, so platelets are very important in our blood. They play a very important role, that is by the formation of clot. Let's move on to question number 6. What are stomata? Give two functions of stomata. So stomata are minute openings on the lower surface of the leaves. These openings are guarded by the guard cells. Okay, so guard cells are like kidney-shaped cells. Okay, and this opening is called as stomata. And these are the guard cells. So where are these stomata present? They are present in the lower surface of the leaves. Now, we have to also mention the two functions of stomata. So let's look at the functions. So this opening helps in the exchange of gases. So during photosynthesis, what will happen? Carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out. Okay, it also helps in giving out water in the form of water vapor in transpiration. Okay, so it also helps in transpiration. Now let's move on to question number 7. Does transpiration serve any useful function in plants? Explain. So yes, transpiration is having lots of useful function in plants. First of all, when a plant transpires, it produces a cooling effect in a plant. Remember, as we have compared transpiration in plants with sweating in living organisms. हम sweat करते हैं and as a result, the sweating regulates our body temperature. Similarly, plants also transpire. They do transpiration and it regulates their temperature. It provides a cooling effect. That's why whenever you will stand under the tree during the hot sunny day, you will feel cool because the plants are transpiring. Second, it helps in getting rid of excess water. Plant में जितना भी excess water, it is going to get rid by this process of transpiration. And thirdly, most importantly, it creates a transpirational pull. And this transpirational pull के वजह से water and minerals are being transported to the upper parts of the plant. Question number 8. What are the components of blood? So if you all remember, our blood flows in blood vessels. Okay, these are pipe-like structures. So the blood flows in blood vessels. The fluid part is called as plasma. Okay, and inside the plasma there are various cells that are being suspended, like the red blood cells. These are red blood cells. Okay, then there are white blood cells, and there are platelets. Okay, so these are the different components of blood: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Question number 9. Why is blood needed by all the parts of the body? So let's look at this answer. Blood is needed by all the parts of the body because it transports oxygen and digested food to all the parts of the body. Remember, हमारा blood carry करता है oxygen. Okay, and how it is carrying? जो RBCs होते हैं, they are having hemoglobin, and hemoglobin will take up this oxygen and supply to all the body parts. Similarly, it also carries digested food and supply to all the body parts. Next, it helps in bringing the carbon dioxide that is produced by different body parts back to lungs. And from the lungs, we are exhaling it out. Okay, हमारे body में जितना भी carbon dioxide produce हुआ है, blood उसे वापस से हमारे lungs तक लेके आता है, and then we exhale it out. हम उसे सांस बाहर निकाल के अपने body से remove कर लेते हैं. And lastly, it helps in regulating our temperature. Okay, so blood helps in maintaining the temperature of a body. Question number 10. What makes the blood look red? Now, this is a very easy question. Blood contains a red color pigment, as you all know, that is hemoglobin, present in the red blood cells. Okay, RBCs have hemoglobin, and these pigment is responsible for the blood having that red color. Question 11. Describe the function of heart. So as we have already learned that heart is a muscular pumping organ of a body. So it is going to carry many substances in it. Okay. So it means the blood is going to carry many substances in it. So heart is having 4 chambers. The upper chambers are called as atrium. The lower chambers are called as ventricle. Okay. So atrium is the upper chamber and ventricle is the lower chamber. So the right auricle or the atrium and ventricle, they receive the blood with carbon dioxide from all the parts of the body. Then this collected blood is pumped to the lungs for purification. In the lungs, the exchange of gases will take place. Now, oxygen-rich blood is sent to the left atrium or the left auricle. Now, this is then pumped to left ventricle, which pumps off this oxygen-rich blood to all the body parts and then supplies this oxygen to all the body parts. So if you have any doubt in understanding the functioning of heart, you can go through the video that I have already explained how the heart functions. Question 12. Why is it necessary to excrete waste products? So it is necessary to excrete waste products because these waste products are toxic. Okay, they are kind of poisonous. And if they are not removed from a body, they can damage the cells of the body. And eventually it can cause death. Okay, so it is very important that we are removing the waste products out from our body. Question number 13. Draw a diagram of human excretory system and label the various parts. So this is the diagram of human excretory system. Let us look at the different parts of it. So it consists of a pair of kidneys. Okay, so these are the kidneys. They are bean shaped. From each kidney will arrive a tube-like structure. This is called as ureter. Okay, and this ureter joins in a pouch-like structure, which is called as urinary bladder. So this urinary bladder is going to store the urine. Whenever we have an urge of passing the urine is thrown out of the body through the opening called urethra. Okay, so this is the important parts of our human excretory system. There you all have to mention about kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. And of course, urethra is the urinary opening. Okay, so with this, we have completed this chapter as well as the solutions for this chapter. I hope you all have made a note of it. We are going to meet soon. Till then, stay tuned. Bye-bye.